Hello everyone, this is Stephanie. Welcome to another video. So today we're going to finish up with our breezy brick stitch earrings. So I'm going to do the Diamond Duo, the Moby Duo, and the PieDuo all in this one video. And I'll put timestamps to where I do each one. So if you just want to do one, you can just hop to that one. So I'm going to launch right into materials list. So you need two of the 20mm rings or connectors. Diamond Duo, PieDuo, Moby Duo, a 15-0. Various colors of 11-0s, depending on what color you want to make your earring. Ear wires, a stop bead, a little closed jump ring in 4mm. I didn't have them, so I'm using those jump block rings. Size 11 beading needle, Wildfire. I'm using the Wildfire in the colors to match my beads, but you can just use plain Fireline, whatever you like. I think, let's see, did I say size 11 beading needle? I did. So I think that's it. So I'm going to clear this off and we're going to get started. Don't forget to like and subscribe, ring the bell so you get notified when I upload a video. Everything will be down listed in the description box below the video. So don't forget to click the down arrow, show more. All the information will be there. Sizes, colors, shapes, places to purchase beads, you name it. All right, so let's get started. Okay, let's get started. So we're going to do the Diamond Duo first, but I'm going to use a color around the ring because I've already done it in gold. So you see how the gold looks. So if you want to do the gold, you can do the gold. But I'm going to start with a color. So let me just move that. I'm just going to thread my needle with about 30 inches of thread, put on a stop bead, and leave enough of a tail to sew in. I'm going to pick up one of my 11-0s. I'm just going to sew back to front. So see, my needle is behind my ring and coming through. Just going to hold it. Let me pull it a little bit. Hold it there with my thumb. Just want to get that first bead on, like this, and then I'm just going to sew back up through the bead, and that's just going to loop it onto the ring. Okay, so as I said, I'll link both the other videos down below. It's a little, more in depth. Gonna pick up another one, back to front through the ring, and then just up the bead. First two are always the hardest, first few. One more time, now easy. Back to front. Sew through the bead. Okay, so this is what you're going to do all the way around. Meet me at the end and we'll sew it. Okay, we're back. So I have put my last bead on. I'm not going to put another bead there because there's just not enough room. So all I'm going to do here is I'm exiting here. I'm just going to connect to the next bead, which is the bead that my tail thread is coming out of. I'm going to go through the ring, just going to turn it around, and I'm going to sew right back up through the bead I'm exiting, which is where my tail thread is coming out, like that. And I'm going to pull the tail thread, I'm going to pull my working thread, and see how that kind of pulls it over and connects the two. And then all you want to do at this point is, so I'm just sewing down the next bead, up the next bead. You don't want to fill these with thread too much because we have to connect to the outside ring. And then maybe do that one more time. Probably don't need it all those, that many. And then just back up this one, just to lock it in place. And then just do the same thing with this thread. Sew up a couple of beads and then lock it into place, and then come on back and we'll make okay, let's start. So thread your needle with 25-30 inches of thread, put on a stop bead, and you can leave enough of a tail to sew in. So I'm picked up and dropped down to my stop bead, an 11-0, a Diamond Duo, an 11-0, a Diamond Duo, 11-0 Diamond Duo, 11-0, and a Diamond Duo. Dropping them down. And I'm going to do something I don't normally do. I'm going to tie a knot rather than just go through the beads again. And the reason I'm doing that is just, I don't know, it seems to hold the beads together better while I'm sewing. However, you will have to get through these beads again. So if you're worried about getting your, getting stuck in a knot, then just sew around the beads and, like you would normally do. Now, I've done every pair I've done so far, I have actually just knotted it, and I'm not having any trouble getting through those beads again. But, that's, you never know. So you can just go around again to kind of secure things. and this is what you'll have. So get that done and come on back and we'll continue. Okay, so let's continue on. So I'm exiting the bottom hole for DiamondDuo. I'm going to pick up 4 15-0s. I'm going to sew through the top hole. I'm going to pick up 4 15-0s. And I'm going to sew back through the bottom hole. So I've surrounded my DiamondDuo. And then I'm going to sew through this 11-0 and the next DiamondDuo. And then I just want you to do the same thing for the next one. So 4 15-0s through this guy, 4 15-0s through the bottom hole, advance through the 11-0 and the DiamondDuo. Do the same thing for the last 2 and then come on back and we'll continue. Okay, so I've done my last, they were my last 4 beads. I've come through the DiamondDuo. Now I'm going through the next 11-0 and the next DiamondDuo. So that's where my knot is. I'm not having trouble getting through, but we have to get through them again. So, you know, just be mindful of that. All right, so that's where I am. I'm just going to sew through. So I'm exiting the DiamondDuo. I'm just going to sew through the 4 15-0s right on the side of the bead I'm exiting. It's 2, 3, 4. Okay, so just get to that point and then come back and we'll continue. Okay, we're back. So I'm exiting the top 15-0 of this group of 4. I'm going to pick up 4 15-0s. And I'm just going to sew down the group of 4 on the other side. So that's 3 and 4. I'm just going to make sure that I have this even amount of beads on either side, and you see, so I have a little thread in there, and this kind of opens a little bit. That's what you want. Then I'm just going to sew through the DiamondDuo. The next 11-0 and the next DiamondDuo. And I'm going to do the same thing all the way around. So I'm going to go up through these 4, put on 4, go down these 4, go through the 11-0, DiamondDuo 11-0, DiamondDuo, do it on this one until you've done all of them, and then come on back and we'll continue. Okay, we're back. So let's attach the component to the ring. So I'm exiting the top, you know, of this group of 15-0s here. And I just want to find, I'm going to attach it to 2 of the beads on the ring. So I just want to sort of find the center 2 here and the center 2 on the bottom. I'm eyeballing this, so it doesn't have to be perfect. You just want it to look as even as possible. So I'm not putting any beads on my needle. I'm just going to sew through this bead on the ring. And it's going to sit like on top of the ring part, the gold part. And I'm going to sew down through this one. Give that a little pull, like that. And then I'm going to sew down through all the beads on this side of that DiamondDuo. I'm just holding in place. This is the picky part, but it's okay. So I've gone through all the 15-0s on the side of that DiamondDuo. Now I'm just going to sew through the DiamondDuo, like that. Making sure that it's nice and snug and those beads are, you know, pretty much on the ring. Through the 11-0 and the next DiamondDuo. You can go down a needle size here. Then I'm going to just reposition my piece so that it's looking nice and, you know, as even as possible. And then I'm going to do the next one. So they kind of sit on top of each other a little bit, but don't worry about it. Just pop it out. There we go. So you can get to the beads. Now I'm going to sew up through all these 15-0s on this side. Like that. Okay, and I'm just repositioning to make sure that it's, you know, I think, you know, looking at these 2 is the most important. And then I'm just going to sew through the 2 beads on this side. So I think it'll be this one. And if you go through and it doesn't look good after, you know, you can easily take it out. And then you're going to go down through this one and around again till you get to this one, up here, attach this one, same thing here, attach this one, and then come on back and we'll put the ear wire on. Okay, we're back, so let's get on this little, the ring so we can attach the ear wire. So I'm exiting the bottom hole of the Diamond Duo, and I think out of all of these, the Diamond Duo is sort of the most organic looking one because some of the petals sit on top of the others, but it looks kind of pretty. So I'm exiting here. I'm just going to sew up through all the 15-ohs. Like that. And through the 11-oh on the ring. So just want to get this ring on. So here I have an 11-oh and the ring. So I'm going to pick up the 11-oh. I'm going to keep the 11-oh first and then the ring after. I'll just pull on a teeny bit more. I'm going to just skip the ring. I'm going to go down through the 11-oh and the other 11-oh on the ring, on the, you know, the component, like that. When I pull, see how it sits it on like that, and then I'm just going to, it should kind of sit in the middle there. There we go. Back up the 11-oh on the other side, and see how that sits it really nicely, just like that. And you know, you're going to go through the 11-oh, back down, around the ring, through the 11, you know, just and through 11-oh again until it feels secure. It's very secure this way. And then you're just going to sew through your beads and get rid of this thread. And this way you can turn it sideways for a pendant. You can have it front ways for an earring. So it makes it easy. And then you're just going to pop on your ear wire, which, you know, you're just going to open it, put it on, and then you're done with your Diamond Duo earrings. All right, so get that done and come on back and we'll continue. PieDuo component. So I like to, some of the 2-hole beads or multi-hole beads that I'm not, you know, I'm not that experienced with, I kind of put it in the shape that I want it to go. I'm going to use all 15-ohs here. So thread your needle with about, I don't know, 25, 30 inches of thread, stop bead, enough of a tail to sew in. I'm going to pick up a 15-oh. I'm just going to sew through one of the PieDuos, making sure that I'm keeping it kind of like that. Pick up 3 15-ohs. I'm going to sew through the next other hole of that PieDuo. I'm just going to just keep that in its little place here. I'm going to pick up a 15-oh, sew through the next PieDuo, like that. And I'm just going to straighten this out so they're sitting next to each other, just like that. Pick up 3 15-ohs, sew through the other hole of that PieDuo. Give it a little pull so it stays in place. So this is what it looks like. Then you're going to do that 2 more times. You'll do it 1 more time together. 15-oh through the hole. Puts the next one on. 3 15-ohs through the next hole, you know, the hole on the other side of the one you're exiting. Now you have your 3 on. Do the last one. Just, you know, your stop bead is there, but do the last one and then come on back and we'll continue. Come on, you guys. There you go. How did we kind of do the last bit of this one together because they're a little clumsy, but here we go. So I've put that 1 15-0, went through the PieDuo, sewing, picking up 3 15-0s, sewing through the other hole of that PieDuo, and then you just, so from here you just want to go through this to attach this 15-0 and then this, the next PieDuo, to pull them together. Just like this. And then sew through these 3 on the top, like that, and you're all connected. All right, so just get to that point and then come on back and we'll continue. Okay, we're back. So we're exiting these 3 seed beads, 15-0s. I want you to advance through the next hole, through the 15-0, through the next hole in that next PieDuo. See that? So the 15-0, then the other hole, and then up through the first 15-0 in that little group. So now it's nice and tight and you're exiting where I want you to be, right there. Okay, so just get to that point and come back and we'll continue. Okay, so just like we did with the DiamondDuo, we're going to attach to 2 beads at the top of the ring. So before I attach though, this time I'm going to pick up a 15-0. Exiting this 15-0, I'm going to sew through one of the beads under my ring, just like that. I'm going to sew through the 11-0 next to it. I'm going to pick up a 15-0. I'm going to sew down through this bead right there. And through the PieDuo. So now I have that one on. I'm going to advance through the next 15-0 and the PieDuo. Just get your needle in there, like that. And through the next 15-0. And then you're going to do the exact same thing here that you did up there. Okay, you're going to, let me just move this out of the way. There we go. You're going to pick up a 15-0, attach to your 11-0, sew through the 11-0, put a 15-0 on, go through the PieDuo. Over here, you're going to exit this 15-0 and so on. So you're going to attach all 4 sides and then come on back and we'll continue. Okay, we're back. So I've just attached my last little PieDuo. I've come through, I've exited the 15-0. I'm going to sew up through the next PieDuo, up these 2 15-0s and the 11-0 on the ring. And now all I'm going to do at this point is just attach my e-wire just like I did on the Diamond Duos. So get that done and come on back and we'll continue. Okay, let's do the Moby Duo. So thread your needle with the same amount of thread, put on a stop bead, leave enough of a tail to sew in. You're going to pick up and drop down to your stop bead, 11-0 Moby, 11-0 Moby, 11-0 Moby, 11-0 and a Moby. Now I'm going to sew mine, I'm going to actually tie mine and tie it into a knot here, but you can just sew through the beads any way you like, you know, to connect. So here I've just, and you see what happens with it? It kind of, it's kind of cool, it curves out. So I kind of, the knot, like I said, just makes it easier for me to sew around, but you know, you can do it any way you like. So then I'm just going to sort of hold it like this. This is what it looks like. I'm going to pick up 3 15-0s and I'm going to sew through the top. So I'm exiting the bottom hole of this Moby Duo. I'm going to sew through the top. I'm going to pick up 3 15-0s and I'm going to sew through the other side. So similar to the Diamond Duo, but just, you know, we're just changing the amount of beads we put on it so that it fits nicely. So sew through the bottom, through the 11-0 and the Moby. I'm going to do that all the way around. 3 15-0s through the Moby, top of the Moby, 3 15-0s through the bottom of the Moby. I hope I said 15-0s. We're using all 15-0s here except for the 11-0s in between the original component. So exiting here, sewing through the 11-0 and the Moby, and then just do that all the way around. You know, do your last two and then meet me back here and we'll continue. Okay, so I've gotten all my edging on. So I'm exiting the last Moby Duo. I'm just going to sew up through these 3 15-0s on the side of that same one I'm exiting. And then I'm going to pick up 4 15-0s, and I'm going to do the same thing I did with the Diamond Duos. I'm just going to sew down through these 3. You know, there was just a different number on the Super Duo, on the Diamond Duos. I'm going to make sure they open up like that and kind of sit evenly on either side. And then through the Moby, through the 11-0 and the Moby. And with this one, you just want to make sure you don't pull them tight because you want them to sit loosely up there. So, because if you pull tight, they'll pull on the other side and pull down like that. Just want to make sure that they're loose at the top. Up these 3. Just holding it with my fingers so it stays in place. Pick up 4 15-0s. Down the 3 on this side. Making sure they kind of split the top through the Moby, through the 11-0 and Moby Duo, and making sure that they are staying loose around that edge, and then just do the last 2 and meet me back here and we'll continue. We're back. So I've finished my last, surrounding my last Moby Duo. I'm exiting the bottom hole, and I'm just going to sew up through all the beads on the side of that Moby so I can attach. So now I'm just going to do the same exact thing on this, and I'm just checking to see what I did. So I'm just going to kind of lay it in there, and with this one, whoops, I'm going to pick up a 15-0 and I'm going to sew through the 11-0 on the ring. And what I did with this one, it looks like I put an 11-0 in there, so as sort of a decorative element. So here, exiting here, so I'm just going to pick up an 11-0 and go down there, and then a 15-0 and down through all the beads on the other side of that Moby Duo, like that. So all the 15-0s, and then through the Moby, through the 11-0 and the Moby, like that. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, so we did a little decorative 11-0 at the top, but you don't have to do that. You can do that any way you want. And then you're just going to continue connecting each side like we've done with all the others. Okay, so get that done and come on back and we'll finish up. So just about at the end of this one. And when you put on your last, when you attach your last Moby Duo, you don't need to put that decorative bead there. You're just going to, you can at this point just go down this one, pick up your 15-0, because you're going to put your ear wire here, so you don't need it. If you put it there, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. I don't think it's going to interfere with anything, but so I'm just going down all my beads. So I left it off there. So going across like that, and then up all these guys, these two, and then back up through here, and then you're just going to attach your ear wire any way you like. So I think we'll just end that here. So here's all our little goodies. I just think they're so cute. Actually, my favorite are the PieDuos and the Moby Duos. I just think they're the prettiest. I mean, I like them all, but you know, choose what's your favorite. And I hope you enjoy this. I hope you make these and post them on Facebook and give them to all your friends. So easy, such a great little gift, just like a you know, happy Monday gift. All right, so take care and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.